Oh, I forgot to show this one thing.
Oh.
Back in the oil. Oil.
Oh, the 710 cap.
This is actually a oil cap. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And then we have a gas cap, which I want to show you the difference. And I can't undo this because it has to go back to the shop. This is see how they have like a little pressure thing there. Mm-hmm. And what it does is you kind of turn it in and you... And this is a brake pad. I'm not doing this in sequence.
I've never seen that one.
So this is supposed to be about out to here.
Mm-hmm.
So
that one
I feel like Dr. Oz or whatever, the guy off Oprah who brings all these body parts.
Right.
This is supposed to be out to here.
So that
this
one's done.
is a worn brake pad. It's not supposed to look like that.
Okay, so how thin is it allowed to get before it's very
dangerous?
Well,
that's rubbing metal on metal, as you can see right there, right?
Okay, so what's the surface that's supposed to be
about
along this?
I would say it's supposed to be about
that but thick. Is this supposed to be metal or is this supposed to be something else? There's
I
another
don't think
surface on this. So once it gets to metal, that's when you hear your brakes squeal.
Look at this.
That's when you hear your brakes squeal. Is when when you're on metal. You can hear that grinding sound.
Yeah, you don't want
that.
that.
Not good.
Okay.
Grinding's for coffee, not for brakes.
Okay. Now, antifreeze is a very, very good one to know for anybody in 101 here, because a lot of people let this go, and you should not let this go, okay? So you want some of this in your car.
Right.
And this goes in your radiator. It's about 50% water to this. These are not nipple clamps, although Len thought they were.
This is your...
These are jumper cables. Now, I have heavy-duty ones because I drive a truck. No, I don't. But I got these given to me because I had so many crappy cars over the years that my brother gave these to me for my birthday one year and says there's no way these are not going to start something.
I'm sorry, this looks painful.
Oh, yeah. So
that's a nice tight squeeze, though.
It works really well on nipples.
Because if you want it to hook up to your battery, you want to make a good solid connection so that you can re-jump your car. Yes.
Yes.
Now, remember, though, that if you have a standard, you can jump your own car by just, if you can possibly get it on a little bit of a hill, then you can just pop the clutch and put it in gear and away you go. But automatic vehicles, you will definitely need jumper cables to restart your battery.
Okay. Now, what we want to do, Sandra's totally right about that. So if you do have a standard, you can try that. But this is a good one. You should always have these in your car.
Yes.
I've got black shit everywhere. Okay, so what you want to do is, if your car is dead, you sweetly go up to somebody and say, please help me. I've got cables.
I know how to do
it. It'll only take 2 minutes.
Yes.
You've got to make sure that you show that you're prepared. You know how to do it. You're not going to blow up the guy or girl's car that you're using. So you want to use the positive on positive first. Now, each battery terminal head, if you want to call it, it's like a little post, has usually it'll have a red. If it doesn't have the positive sign, positive is a plus sign.
Yes.
And the way to remember this is I'm positive I'm going to get my car started. So if you remember that, you know that
you're going to hook up positive first.
Is positive. Yes.
Okay, so question, are you hooking up red to positive or black to positive?
Okay. Red means positive. Anytime you have a red wire, it's the live wire. So, like if you watch any of those movies on TV,
the bomb
cut
shows,
the blue or the red.
Don't cut the red wire.
The red wire is your power source. I better make sure I'm just going with what I wrote. I'm hoping I'm right about that. Okay, so anyway, I do know for sure that you're positive. If it doesn't say plus on your battery terminal, then you look for red. Okay?
Yeah.
Black is a negative, but we're not going to talk negative because negative is negative. So what we want to say is,
I'm positive I'm going to restart my car.
So you put it on the dead battery first. Click, go like that. Open it up. Click it onto the red positive post first.
Right.
Then you take the other red.
You say you're positive your battery is dead. So that's how you know that it's
I just say I'm positive I'm going to start it.
No, I know, but I'm saying that it's the dead battery first, and it's a positive. So you're positive your battery is dead. That's how you remember that your dead battery first, and then the live battery.
I don't think it's going to hurt if you go the other way.
It won't, because neither vehicles will be started at the time anyways.
Yeah. And that's right. Don't start your car until after. Make sure the cars are both stopped. Then you hook this one up to the live car. So the one that's got the energy in the battery.
The battery is still functioning, yes.
Then you hook the black one, which is the minus sign.
Negative.
So negative, minus sign. Hook that one up to your dead car. And then you hook up the other one to, where's the other one here? To the other live car. Then the live guy starts his car. I mean, the live guy. Let's hope he's alive. He starts his engine, and then you go and you start yours. And if you can't start it, you got more serious problems. What's happening here?
You are messed up, lady. Look at this mess you've made.
Okay. All right. So there. Take those away.
Okay, so
take those away, assistant. Please make sure that you actually have a jack and a tire that fits your car.
Most new cars will have a wonderful little Spitfire tire, their little dinky thing. But
yes,
they
and
will
don't
get
leave
you
it on
to
for
the
long.
service station so that you can get a proper tire installed.
Okay, so we're going to just do a 1 second thing on how to actually I'm going to give you a quick 10-second thing here. Before using your jack, loosen the lug nuts. Now, I'm sorry I don't have a lug nut here.
Those are the bolts in your car.
But they're the bolts that you'll see about,
I
don't know how many there are.
Cap, and there'll be 5 bolts on your tire, and those are the lug nuts, and you have to find a way to loosen those.
And to get the little, what'd you call that, hubcap? To get that off, you've got a wrench in your car, usually with all your tire, all your jack and everything.
A slot screwdriver, and just pop it off.
Pop it off.
Yep.
Kind of like a beer.
Yep.
Pop it off. And then underneath is the lug nuts. Now, you don't lift the car up until you've loosened the lug nuts. Now, I asked the question because I've had some really shitty cars, and I've had some rusty nuts in my time. So what you can do, and this is a good thing to have in the trunk of your car, especially if you drive an old beater, is get some WD-40.
Yeah.
And if you spray the lug nuts, not too much, it's slippery or whatever, just put a little bit around if it's rusty, and that will, you can get more of a, it'll loosen it up a bit. Okay? It lubes your nuts.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is do that on the ground while the car is stable and it's got
sitting on the ground, yes.
support.
Then
otherwise your tires
nuts.
are going to spin if you have it up in the jack, right?
Yes, exactly.
Loosen it, and this one's interesting. I like this little thing. So tighty righty, loosey lefty. So if you want to loosen it, you do a left.
Yes.
Okay? You want to tighten it, you go right.
So
it sounds all stupid, but you know what? It makes sense when you figure that, when you know how to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be spending 10 minutes tightening the friggin' bolts up, and you'll never get the thing off.
Yes, that's so true.
Do that first. Loosen as much as you can. Put the jack under. A lot of cars in the little books in your car, in your glove compartment, will have where the jack spots are actually listed in your book if you can't see them yourself. But usually it's under a really good support foundation.
A solid piece, yes.
You don't want to hook it under some rust spot. Right?
Unless, of course, your entire car is a rust spot, then you need to just, whatever, deal with it.
Yeah. You might want to throw the car out. Or let it, off a cliff.
Leave it at the side of the road.
So anyway, once that happens, you've got it up, and then you take the rest of them off. You take the tire off. You put the new one on. Just tighten them a little bit. Drop the car down, and then finish the lug nuts and tighten them again.
Right.
Or you can call AAA or what's that thing called?
AAA. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's important, though, that if you have an emergency situation on the road, or you have somebody help you out at the side of the road to replace a tire, something that is that important, always make sure that you go to the nearest service station after you've done that and have them use their hydraulic equipment to double tighten the lug nuts on your car, so to make sure that they're done properly, because you don't want the tire coming off as you're driving down the freeway. Please go to the nearest service station that you come across after the fact, and that looks painful. Looks like a heart valve.
I think it's something to do with the oil, but I don't know. I forgot to ask what that was.
Man.
If anybody knows what this is, call in. I think it's something to do with the oil. Anyway, everybody, thanks for listening.
Yes.
Thanks for putting up with us a little bit longer. Len,
and
we
I
appreciate
learned a few things today that I didn't already know.
Yeah, there's some, this is this is actually more like 202 because we went into some details.
We went deep, baby.
Thanks for listening. Yes. Thanks, Molson's. Thanks, BMW, for lending us some really good equipment and for your expertise from your mechanics.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening to Beaver Talk. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm a beaver.